the face of a volley of swine flu cases in the last week, Britain has abandoned trying to contain the virus. The government now planning for up to 100,000 cases a day by the end of next month. Since swine flu first arrived in the UK in April, there have been 7,447 cases. Most, of course, have now recovered. But 3 people have died. All had underlying health problems that made them more vulnerable. And in the last few weeks, there's been a sharp rise that shows no sign of peaking and levelling out. The projection of 100,000 cases a day by the end of August is just that, a projection, based upon the steep rise in the numbers in the last 7 days. But it's happened sooner than people here at the Department of Health had expected, not least because the sort of hot weather that we're having now normally kills off the virus.
Well, there isn't a direct link between weather and flu viruses, although generally they tend to come around in the flu season in the colder weather. So I think we would probably have to have a very sustained period of hot weather before it interrupted the spread, because it is very well established now in different parts of the country, particularly the West Midlands and London.
The move to focus on treatment means an end to lab tests to confirm infection. Anyone with flu-like symptoms who's not in the at-risk groups is now being asked just to call their GP, who may even give them a diagnosis there and then on the phone to avoid clogging up surgeries. They'll be given a voucher number to give to a so-called flu friend to go to a designated collection point, usually a pharmacy or health centre, to collect the antiviral drugs for their treatment.
Well, our experience in Birmingham is that it's very hard work. There are lots and lots of patients contacting us, not just with influenza, but with flu-like illnesses. We need to be able to free up time to treat patients and speak to them and diagnose the condition rather than swabbing. So actually we can cope, and this will help us cope better.
Ministers insist the NHS is well prepared, but the sort of infection rates they're now predicting will begin to have an impact on business, with noticeable numbers of people off work sick.
100,000 cases a day of swine flu will be having a disastrous effect on employers, and small employers in particular. Absence from work comes at a cost, and that's a cost to employers, especially small employers. So it will hit hard, especially on small businesses.
If these projections do come true, then many will be infected before the first vaccine arrives at the end of August. The government has ordered enough for 2 doses for the entire population. Too late, you might think, but health officials say the pandemic may last up to 5 years, so the vaccine won't be wasted.